In my earlier videos in the series, which is named as How to Build an AD for PMS, I shown you how to build a domain server to get hands-on training or to get familiar with yourself when you are implementing a print management solution into a customer environment. The main part, which is the integrating, one of the main part, which is integrating the print management system into the customer network and adding it as a part of a domain. So today I will be going ahead with the integration and implementation of Soft SafeQ print management solutions into the domain which I built, that is the pms.local. And if I'm saying from the Soft SafeQ, they are one of the world's best PMS solutions, and the support as well is really good from the team. They have different solutions, so which is called as Soft SafeQ Manage, Soft SafeQ Enterprise Suite, Soft SafeQ Workflow Suite, and Soft SafeQ Print Management Suite, Soft SafeQ Print Management Suite LD. And on top of that, they have their own cloud solutions as well. Who don't want the burden of keeping an on-premises server and the IT on-premise IT, they can go ahead with the cloud solutions. So today, as I said earlier, I will be going and implementing the Soft SafeQ print management solution, and I will integrate it into the pms.local domain which I built in my earlier series. So here you can see sign into PMS. So, and I already downloaded the SafeQ package. You can see which is not extracted, and I already extracted the package as well. So if you're opening the package, you will be provided with two files. One is bin and the other one is SafeQ 6.exe. So just going to this PC and properties, you can see that it is having 16 GB in stored memory, and still it's a part of our group. It's not a part of domain, as you can see here. So we want to add it as a part of a domain to make sure that we are doing the installation of a domain server, sorry, not domain server, and part of a domain. So you can go here and you can go to the, normally it will be Ethernet. Since I am using a virtual PC, it's showing me the virtual adapter. So you have to go to the status, go to details, so you'll be provided with the IP address, all these details which is giving there. So in the properties, if you're going, you can go to properties. Normally you have to keep it as static. I am keeping it IP address automatic because it's a test server, and I given my domain server, that is which we built on the last videos, as the DNS server. So now I am trying to ping my domain server. It's still not pinging. I do believe it is because when I build my server, I use LAN connection, that is Ethernet connection, which is through the cable. And now the AD is on, sitting on my laptop, where the laptop is connected to the network using a Wi-Fi. So I will change it. I will create a new virtual switch which is pointing to the Wi-Fi. You can see it is in Ethernet connection, and the test Ethernet connection in the left side also is in Ethernet connection. So you can see I selected external network as internal or Wi-Fi, so it's going through the Wi-Fi connection. It's showing applying changes. So that's it. I already added a virtual switch. Now I have to go to settings of the virtual PC, and I have to change the network adapter to the Wi-Fi which we created right now. So I created Wi-Fi and I'm applying it. So that's it. Now I believe it has to ping to the AD server. Before that, I am starting the AD server just to make sure it's running. Okay, it's okay now. It's running now. So let me try to ping it again. It is supposed to ping now. Yeah, it started to ping now, so it is working fine. Now I will add it as a part of a domain. So I'm going to properties to make sure still the DNS server is there, and I will type in my domain name which I created earlier, pms.local, and clicking on OK. It will ask for the domain controller username and password. I'm giving the same. So to say now, it will, if it is successful, it's, yeah, it's successful. Welcome to pms.local. You must restart your computer. So I'm restarting it now. Let it restart. On the meantime, I'm going to the AD to create some more users. Now as you can see, my name is already there. I added. I'm creating another user. I'm naming is Aryan Srilal. Aryan Srilal at pms.local will be the user logon name, or you can log in as pms/Aryan. Password, I'm giving a password, and now it is checked. User must change the password at next logon. Either you can uncheck, or if you're clicking password never expires, it will automatically go off. The password doesn't match. There is some typo in my password, so I'm correcting it now. So it is done now. So the Aryan Srilal is already created. Now I need to add one more user, which I will be giving us Neeraj Sham. So new user, and type in the first name, last name. Last name is not mandatory. User logo name, since I want to keep it simple, it's a test environment. I am giving us Neeraj at pms.local and giving the password, and select password never expires. It depends on the customer environment. Most of the customers will be forced to expire the password on first logon. So I'm going to server manager. I will type in cmd, type in the command who am I, so it will show you the current user who is logged in. So you can see it as a local user to the local computer. I am signing out. I will be signing in as a local user. I will be logging in as not as a local user. I will be logging in as a domain user. So you can see I given my domain name /administrator, and I am giving the same password. So you can see the domain is showing as PMS. So now it is logging in as a domain user. So if I am running the command again with whoama, you can see it will be a domain user. See, it was previously it was the computer name /administrator. Now it is PMS/administrator. That is the domain admin. So I logged out and logged in as C, the computer admin. You can see instead of pms.local, it is computer name /local. This PC is used by my son, so that's it showing needs pure speed and all these things. So what you can do is you can go to the package and right click and run as administrator. You can see it's verifying the installer now, 97%. Okay, and click next. I agree. I made it a bit faster to avoid my users getting bored. My previous videos for adding the AD server, I find it that no one is interested to watch because it was laggy. It was very slow at that time. So here you can see check install Go script, voice of unit pin driver, enable is pulling out jobs on the server. And if you want to customize your installation path, you can customize it. And you can see here it is checking for the port. TCP port 80, TCP port 81, not running installation. It says Polar service is not running. Just wants to make sure it is running. Otherwise, you can ignore the message. But before ignoring, you have to make sure that everything is fine. So go to the principal service, go open service and go to the principal service and restart. It's saying LPD service. Normally for SafeQ permanent system, LPD service needs to be disabled. No need for LPD service because SafeQ is running on its own LPD service. So if you are enabling the LPD in Windows optional features, you will be unable to find the jobs in the SafeQ print server. So as you can see here, go to turn Windows features on off just to make sure that it is there. Is it enabled or not? Next. And if you're going to print and document services. I'm trying to find it's in the previous screen. By mistake I came over here. Yes, it is in the previous screen. It is not here. You cannot see it. So I'm going to previous screen. So you can see, yeah, it is here, print and document services. It's not fully enabled. And DSCP server, DNS server, Hyper-V, and yes, so LPD service, it's already enabled. See the checkbox, in the checkbox it's enabled, but it is grayed out. You can see if you need to enable IPP, you can enable printing, you can enable internet printing, LPD service needs to be disabled. And you can go to manage, server manager, manage, remove roles and features, next, and remove the LPD service as I said earlier, and click on next. Keep everything else. I'm clicking on the restart server, so it will automatically restart. Normally in the custom place it will be very difficult for restarting the server, so we have to, and it is better, as I said earlier, it is better to keep a static IP and a dedicated server for SafeQ services. So it restarted and now it is saying feature removal. Don't care about this message, it is some stuff done by my son. And if you're looking over here, it is saying remote succeeded. At that time you can go to SafeQ 6, run as administrator back again, and also it will give the same message. But even if it gives the same message, we doesn't care. Still we want to make sure that everything will work fine after the implementation. So that's it. Like now it is saying extracting output folder, and since it is a first server, we are selecting the first server and folder to install. Still it is showing the message, it's fine, still we can leave it. Warnings 3, past test 17, and problem 0. So it is still a warning, but still I want to restart and see will it go okay or will it get resolved. So it's already in automatic, and you can see it's in C Windows System 32 spool sv.exe. So I'm copying it from there, and I will just try to see what is there. And the spooler, okay, so open a new window. I'm giving, I don't want to close my previous window, so I'm just typing in. It won't come because it is spool sv.exe. So I will remove the spool sv.exe system 32 and I will enter. So you can see the folders on the system 32. I'll go to the spool and I'll go to the print dates. There's no jobs or no print dates. We want to make sure there is no jobs or no print dates or nothing is corrupt inside this. So I didn't find anything special. I'm going to dependencies, so showing as default normal, so I don't feel anything as bad here. So that also seems fine. Depend is also running, that's okay. So now I cancel it, and I believe I had to continue with the installation. Nothing is going to happen. So you can see I proceeded ahead, and there is no problems at all. So not running, installation can continue. Okay, so I selected embedded PostgreSQL database server. If you have external server, you can connect to that one. So normally for the password, either you can type in, or normally what I will do is I will generate a password. That is the database password, so keep a note of the database password. This is generated by the SafeQ itself. I'm saving it somewhere and save it somewhere safe. When in the previous, in the future cases, for exact troubleshooting, you will be recurring this password, and for all of your installations, this management server GUID and spooler controller GUID give a good nomenclature. Like here in my case, I am everywhere where I'm doing the installations, I will be using MG for management MDMG01, and for spooler controller SPOC01. So when it is the next one, it will be MGMD02 and SPOC02. Next, and install. So it is showing the installation folder, install log. There is all the activities. It will be getting logged inside the SafeQ 6 folder in C. It is a huge path to describe about getting the logs, but it's nothing. Who are having utilizing their common knowledge, they can go through the logs and they can identify what are the logs. Now it is showing installing voice of SafeQ's Polar controller, and initially management server successfully installed. Before that, embedded PSQL DB database installed, and now you can see voice of SafeQ's Polar controller successfully installed. Installing voice of SafeQ workflow processing system. I made it a bit faster. In the real scenario, it will be a bit slower. It will take more time. So because I was pausing in middle to avoid longer delays, so it is asking to install the device software. Yes, it's fine, and so it is showing as finish. So now if you are going to the print management, you'll be able to see, go to the print servers and go to the print dates. You'll be able to see voice of SafeQ installed on IQ and voice of SafeQ in the first, for the first one, what you can see here. So here it is installed to the 127.0.0.1, which is the local host, and queue name is IQ. We will be installing other queues. This is I just showing you because it is getting installed along with the voice of package. This is a secure queue. So that's it from the installation part of the voice of SafeQ. So open the voice of SafeQ management interface. You can see it is asking for the username and password, admin, and the default password. If you have some clarification on this, please like then and comment, then I will reply back to you in PM. And it's a 30-day free trial that you can enable. If you're clicking there, continue, you can go to continue trial activation. It is the same case in, you have to copy the integrity key in normal original activation also. Then it will go to a link where we can paste this integrity key and we can get the license. I'm not doing it now. I will be activating it later. So if you're going to settings, you can see the LDAP server 636, URL of LDAP server, and Windows certificates for DC equal to OU equal to department, DC equal to company. So either you can give here, if the customer doesn't have an ID, you can give it by, sorry, if they don't have an LDAP, you can give the AD and you can enter it there. So if you're coming back, there is an option for auto detection. Most of the case it will be getting detected automatically. And this is a username of the domain user or a user who is authorized to access the LDAP details. So it is detected automatically. You can see my command name /DNS. So I'm checking the logs. It's saying add groups. It is supposed to add users. Let us see, but unfortunately no users were added. But still it was saying us the logs shows us it is completed, and the test also is showing us it's completed. Let me check the users in system. By default, you can, in the system you can search for the settings. So here I can see load users from LDAP on demand. So I changed it and discarded. Now let me go to the users. I am going to the system, LDAP integration. I will sync now. I will select a sync now. I am keeping on full replication and LDAP replication started. Meantime, I will go to test and I am going to test settings. Then you will see it is showing the uses which I created already. So the test is fine. So by default, if you are going to the edit user, you will be able to give the pin here, but this is not activated, so you are unable to see the pin over here. I will show it in the following video where to add the pin. And here you can See edit user once again, username, surname, source LDAP, password we cannot type in, it will be taken the same password as which we given in the domain server. And here is setting from cost center everything, and here it is supposed to be add the pin code, user pin, assign the user pin. It is missing now because it is a trial, it is not even trial, is not even activated, so that is the reason why it is not showing up that feature. And if you're looking the no aliases, you can assign and the user alias for this particular users. So if you're going and checking the card icon, you can see it is showing the, because it's what all of the users are capable of: password change, remote access via menu, server REST API. So now for creating a new user, go to users, click on add new item, username I am test, giving us test. This is not an LDAP user or not an ID user, I am creating a user internally. So password I am giving, and email also you can give. For the LDAP user, the email will be replicated from the Active Directory, and save changes. So an internal user is supposed to add, but you can see the entered password is not valid. So during the after the installation, there is some particular password policies are enrolled, password policies are there in the SafeQ server. So if you're setting for password, you may be able to get it. Let me see. Enable support of authenticated field, JMX authentication, password, Soft SafeQ authentication message, and I can see here users, it's not there. Allow MD5, yeah, it is just the minimum password, and enforce strong passwords. Minimum password length I set as 1, and enforce strong password I given as false. I switched it off. So now if you're going to users, and if you're going adding the user back again, you will be able to add with the 3 password what I given. It was not a strong password, since it is test server. I was giving a normal password which I am giving everywhere. So username, first name, surname, and password, the same password which I given earlier I am giving. So you can see here password check, and email also you can give if you want. And now if you're saving changes, you will get saved without any issues. So that user is here, it is showing us internal user, the other users are showing us LDAP user. So here see source is internal, and the other users also synced. You can see active users, you can see deleted users. So there was no users what we deleted, so it is not appearing in the deleted users. If you're going to system back, you can search several times there. If you're searching for pin, allow only one pin user, custom pin read conversation, display pin to user for Soft SafeQ web interface. So when you feel that you are stuck with something, you can go to system and try with a search query. Mostly you will be able to get something. This is the maximum pin length, so it won't allow more than 6 pins. MD5, pin enable login based pin, I am discarding changes, and since it is already given pin, I given to terminal UA before discarding. Let us see. So you can see enabling the record device to enter the power off mode, and speed up authentication process on Soft SafeQ Ember terminal for Conicam and Ulta. And if you click on spooler users, you can see the difference between the 2 users in the second column. Test, that is all are showing us LDAP, and the other only one user is called showing us internal. So it's because it's an internal user. See, source is showing us internal. So If you're going back to system again, just type login. You want to get familiarized in your installation like this. If someone needs a package to get familiarized yourself, just put as comment, I will reply back, and on the comment put your email address as well. And don't forget to like my videos and subscribe my channel to get more videos like this. And here I downloaded a PCL6 driver and I already extracted it. You can see it here. So for adding the printer in SafeQ, go to drivers, go to the print management, go to the print server, and go to the drivers. Add the driver first. I am adding the voice of the Xerox Global Printer PCL6 since I am using a Xerox printer. And to ask for the welcome to art print driver, it is x64 driver, so I'm clicking on hard disk and I'm browsing to the folder where I put the driver. I'm pointing to the INF file, okay, and I'm choosing Xerox Global PCL6. Click on next, finish. So you can see the driver got added. Now for the port, there is something called a printer pooling. So that will allow multiple jobs from multiple users to use different virtual ports what we have created, and it will send the different jobs through different ports at the same time. For multiple operation we are doing like this. I am giving the port name as SQ and the printer name or IP address. I am giving the host name, that is either you can give the host IP or you can give the 127.0.0.1, change it to LPR, and queue name, since it's a follow me queue I am going to create, I am giving it as secure, so it won't get released automatically. So now you can see no LPR secure, and add another port the same way, new port, next, and printer name or IP address you can give us SQ1. Sorry, IP address is the same IP address, and port name you can change as SQ1. So we can identify which all of the ports are using for troubleshooting, and go to custom settings and change to LPR settings. It needs to be in secure queue, so it won't release automatically when your printer job. It will go and get filed in SafeQ server in the secure queue, and once you logged in and when it touches release, then only it will get released. So I'm adding multiple ports with the same name, at least 5 to 6 minimum will be a recommendable practice. I will be adding 3 only here, just for since it is a demonstration purpose. So as much as you can add, it will be really good. So here I am settings, LPR, I'm giving secure. So I did a mistake here. Settings, let me see, give the port name as SQ3, SQ2. Next, it will be a bit slower in your PC, in your environment. Here I have made it industrially faster, secure, and finish. That's it. So now you can see 3 ports, SQ, SQ1 and SQ2. Now go to an add printer and add a TCP web server by address, IP address of host name. Next. Okay, so since we already create existing port, we can select SQ, the first port, and select the driver which we installed. Next, and install the printer fully. Next, so it is showing us installing printer, and printer installation succeeded. You can see here Xerox Global Printer PCL6. So by mistake I was supposed to give some other name named as follow me. I didn't give it. You can give it at the time of installation itself, or you can edit it like this, but giving at the time of installation is far better. We can avoid this step. So I'm giving the printer name as follow me. I'm keeping the same name in sharing as well, so I copied it from there, and it will give me a warning saying that it will change the sharing preferences. So I'm copying it from there, and I'm giving the share name also, so you will be able to connect to the shared printer from the user PCs by the name of follow me. And now you check the checkbox for enable printer pooling down, what you can see here. Now you choose all the ports SQ, SQ1 and SQ2, and you can see here it is done. Now the printer or the print queue installation is the same, that's this much only. So